Want to facing down, just put the, have an opening there. However you put the towel, as long as it's comfortable, that's the main thing.
Oh, it feels so private in here.
Yeah. And then just,
Oh, fuck me. Oh, that feels nice.
yeah. So just a bit of gentle.
Yeah, bring it. Oh.
Right. So big toe sacrum band, he's pretty tight in here. And again, clicking those vertebrae around the heart chakra, just opening that energy up. We can, gently come in here with our elbow. And again, you can see this saves my hands, but I'm not using all my body weight, okay? Because I don't want to go too hard on him. I could if he needed it, but he doesn't need it that hard. And I'm just resting my elbow on a tight spot over here. But again, just getting, this is more, yeah, he's really tight in his hips, But again, I'm not going to get everything out in one go. Just want to have a feel around.
What do you reckon about my Achilles? That's what I intuit is the worst in my whole body. Is my Achilles. I might be totally wrong.
Your Achilles band?
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen a lot worse. Oh, this one's worse. This one's quite tight. I could play guitar on that and get you yoga or something. This one's not.
Okay.
I mean, you're tight, like no doubt about it. You're tight in all these bands in your leg, and like I say, the next treatment I would do more specific stuff. Like these toes feel really tight and congested.
Man.
Yeah. And again, same page. He's agreeing with me, Otherwise I could say, could you feel this? But he's like, Or I can just say, your toes feel really tight. And he's like, yeah. So, and we can do a bit of, opening out. His ankles like fucking hardly moves. For a young guy, it's pretty fucked, That's a technical term. But he's really tight in here. But again, I'm just sort of giving him an idea of what, even in here, I call these treasure troves. These do lead into, I think definitely. And they, in reflexology, relate to our reproductive organs, sexuality, and stuff like that. So there's some, definitely, yeah. But in this one, like I said, I'm not going to get everything out in one. I just want to give him a bit of an idea where he's tight, so that, and you hope that he wants to come back and get rid of it, right? So, because he's got, enough to keep you going for quite a few treatments, right? Oh, nice. Yeah. I could do more on his face. I could finish him up right now, but I could do a little bit more on his face.
Okay.
Do you know what time he's supposed to? Yeah, we could see how it goes. Does anybody have a time? I just got to pick up on what we're good. Okay? On my way home, pick it up from the prefecture garden.
Okiaku?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. The big garden. Playgrounds for the kids. Yeah.
I feel so different.
Yeah? How do you feel?
I usually feel the need to be moving all the time. I'm always going like, I don't know, some stupid shit all the time. I don't know how to describe it.
Well, you've got a lot of energetic congestion in your body, so I can see that.
Fidgeting and stuff all the time.
Yeah. As you get rid of this, you'll be able to actually fully relax, But, it might take us, my thing now, I got a much better idea of how I would work on him on the first treatment to me, it's do a bit of this, bit of that, and I got a lot more of an idea. And I'd say each of his, his feet, his hands, they all need a lot of detailed work. I could get him back. I could do another general one, or I could get him back and really focus now on his right foot or his left foot, and spend an hour and a half on the toes, and then fully release that leg, really, and then do the next one in the next session, and then the next, and then his arm, his right arm, his left arm. But I need to do a good job of a foot like that. I need a good hour and a half, 2 hours. Sometimes I can only get 3 toes done in an hour and a half. Like, that's what I would suggest, But again, we're getting to know each other, building the bridge of trust, making sure he knows that I'm not going to overwork him. I'm, trying to be emotionally supportive, encouraging him to let go, and getting him to deep breathe. Yeah, safe space. He's getting to know me, I'm getting to know him, going, okay. You know, he's just, he's had somebody's told him to hold in his emotions, you know, and that's not doing him any good at all, you know.
So personal breath is
What's that?
personal breath.
Yeah. So, like I say, it's not just like, ooh, physical. It's like, okay, we're working with him, you know. Again, deep breath.
Funny, the side of my head feels nice, but the front of my head feels pain. I don't know what that's about.
So if I tight in here. Okay, so I often finish I start with a head massage and then finish with one as well. And again, anything that's ready to move, I'll get rid of. But I'm not going to get caught up in something. If it's not moving, go somewhere else, okay? Come back to it later. It's held somewhere. We may or may not know. It may be just psychologically held because it's emotional and the person's holding on, doesn't want to let go of that emotion. So we don't want to, just don't get caught up in trying to, move, be flexible, yeah?
How do you cope with when people have had hip surgery or back fusions and things like that?
You have to go more gentle, and it depends how long ago it is and that sort of thing. But like recent, you got to be very careful if it's recent surgery. But you could, with a younger, healthier, even though he's tight, he's pretty healthy, so I can work him quite hard. Yeah, in one sense, psychologically you're fucked, but we'll get you there. Physically, your body's fairly strong, is what I'm trying to say.
So can you still work on someone who's had injury? A lot of people have shoulder injuries.
Yeah, it depends on how bad it is. Where any inflammation we avoid. We go above and below an injury or an inflammation.
Yeah.
Okay, so if they got like fully inflamed here, and you kind of don't want to work here, but you work the hand. Okay, so usually that's a good principle, above and below an injury. And then only, you might, after you've done that, ever so gentle on maybe on the injury itself, or maybe not. Right? But we don't want to work over inflammation. We don't want to work over where there's been surgery, especially recent surgery, anything like that. All right, so again, any more tension that's going to come away nice and easy. And again, it just depended how long I'd have for that treatment. But usually I like for a first treatment, an hour is fine. An hour is too long if they're a red light. It's like, oh, fuck. Yeah, that's when you got the clock up on the wall. But he's definitely not a red light. He's like a green with a bit of yellow. The yellow is more just about himself. It's about, sort of getting to know himself and being comfortable with letting go and, not having these stupid, what I call stupid ideas about what it means to be a man, right? Yeah.
What did you say?
But you got to be careful what you say to people sometimes, right? I tend to have just, loose mouth, just, hang on, this is what I think, But I'm happy with that. Okay, but I think, he's going to feel better. Hopefully he comes back, but if he doesn't, well, what can you do, right? I don't kind of get attached. I just do the best I can for people, and, if they appreciate it, they appreciate it, So I'm going to finish off with just a little bit of kind of rocking and shaking, just again, get that, because he's got that kind of congestion all through his body and of energy build up, And it's definitely like energy mixed with emotion, right? It's not physical. It's kind of not like just, ooh, I've been, working out tension. This is definitely, emotional with a bit of energy. I'll just do a bit more belly breath. Yeah, take that. Well, the thing is too, so we'll finish that, is it gives him something to think about now, right? Like, he didn't know what, maybe he didn't quite know what it all meant, you know what I mean? Like, he's got a better understanding of what I'm gonna do, and then he's got a chance to think, changing that yellow to a green for his own sake. I remember one time I taught a course, I still remember the course, it was like 2001 in Moolumba, and there was a guy in the course that came because he was going to be, he was a personal trainer, and he was all about using massage with personal training and working the muscles and everything. And then there was a girl in the course who had this fucking intense emotional release, and there was energy flying, and all this, and for him it was like, whoa, you can't do that to me, But 2.5 years later, he contacted me. I was living in Hawaii by that stage, and he's like, I've been thinking about what happened in that course every day, and I'm ready now. He flew over to Hawaii, got a treatment from me, and he cried, and he had a huge release. But it took him a little while, because it was all, new to his concepts. But he realized it was something very powerful, And then when he was ready, that was it. So it's when people are ready. You can't just, this will be good for you, You can't be the green light for somebody else. You can be the green light for yourself. You can encourage, but the person has to make that decision. I want to let go of whatever it is that's creating this tension, move on, be a more true version of myself, and get rid of this crap. They got to make that decision always, okay? So even though you might love somebody, family or whatever, people often make that kind of mistake. Oh, this will be good for you, wouldn't believe what, It's like somebody who's converted to a new religion and they're trying to get everybody around them to convert, So don't do that. It's much better when people come to you, hey, I want this, you can talk to them about it, but they got to make that decision always. I want to get rid of this tension, like the Alcoholics Anonymous, right? I'm an alcoholic and I don't want to be. Those two things. But at least now he's got an idea what this massage can do for him. Don't get up in a hurry. Now I would say,
So different.
yeah, good.
Yeah, I feel like I can feel parts of my head and my feet that I couldn't feel before. Something weird. I feel really weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's cool. Thanks for that.